Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, going to take a little bit of time to explain a couple of things, bring up a little bit of volume on the instrumental in the background. People say, "You're going to instrumentals, you must be afraid of YouTube taking down your videos." Nah, getting ready to file a lawsuit to highlight how much I appreciate YouTube being very, 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 very prejudicial. But we're going to take care of YouTube in its own time. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on is that I was sitting up here thinking, Tim Turner, Gene Elkins, got Sam Jones, and I do, even though I only watched Tim for a moment, I do so miss the young man who he and his son are no longer here. The Canes, Jerry and his son. Very, very, very unhappy about that to this day. Then we got Doug Riddle and got our Winston Shrout. And there are just so many others. Brandon and Mr. Hall, Creditors in Commerce. Gordon Hall, that is. So many people who, at a time when research was really research, they were there. And they pointed all of you in a specific direction. But because somebody does a video about accessing some secret account and they use the word secret in their video, you motherfuckers done go crazy. Y'all done gone stone out of your minds. Just sitting up there trying stuff just to be trying it. So those of you who've gotten in trouble, I'm sorry, but you deserve it. And for ignorant people like Lori, you deserve everything you got coming to you because all you're interested in is paying off your car loan. Instead of doing research and figuring out how to get it done, you got yourself in that situation. You went and bought that car because your eyes were bigger than your purse. You couldn't afford it when you got it, and now you're complaining because you wish you had that extra money so you could do those extra little things that you always wanted to. You know what that's called, ladies and gentlemen? That's called materialism. When I tell you I don't have any bills, I'm not lying to you. Now, although my situation is a little bit different than all of yours, let me go ahead and explain it to you. Even before my vacation, I told you all I didn't have any bills because I don't live outside my means. I make it a point not to live outside my means. I've never lived outside my means. I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars and been gotten over for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I've never lived outside my means. I've never owned a brand new car because there's no such thing. And yes, I've never owned a car that would be considered as brand new. But there is no such thing as brand new. Everything that's made is made from something that already existed. It's made from something that's already brand old. So there's no such thing as new. Solomon was right. There's nothing new under the sun. My father wasn't a genius. He was Einstein because he taught me not to be materialistic. That's why you don't see me out there trying to get rich. Look, ladies and gentlemen, if I was trying to get rich, I'd be charging all of you. Y'alls would be paying me. Man, I'd be getting over. But that ain't this type of party. I got something I'm going to put on right now. I ain't seen it, so I'm going to have to make sure it pops up in the future. This little program right here is called Links. It's the updated version of Jarvis. And so it should pop up in a second. Not right now. That's a copy of a receipt. Oh my stars. Okay. But it's going to pop up in a second. Now, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, I was mentioning about the gurus. I was mentioning about the individuals who have become something or someone. And they're gone. So what do we have now? Well, give me 1 second to show you. Not this. Where was I? It's not that one. Oh, it's this one. As soon as my screen, because a lot of, oh, that's right. I cannot have this software open. Close. I cannot have that software open and do a lot because Dragon is a resource hog. Now, as I mentioned to some of you, I was looking to see if someone would share their version of Dragon with me. Now, Dragon is proprietary. It doesn't like the doesn't like people using it on different computers. They've actually worked it out to where you so-called can't do that, but I know that there's a way. So I went ahead and I paid the funds to acquire the software. So now I do have it, and now I can actually say that it doesn't work as great as I thought it would, but literally it does tend to have fewer mistakes, and that's a positive. But getting back to my conversation with all of you, this video right here, how to get $100,000 visa with bad credit. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I said, because I was talking with one of the members of the SATCOM group, is why would somebody, hey, did you hear? That's Jarvis. He's saying hi. They're gonna talk in a minute, a little bit, but I'm gonna let them talk. Yeah, I know, Jarvis. We'll take care of that soon. That's Jarvis, everyone. I'm gonna give him a different name, but right now he's gonna be Jarvis, okay? While Jarvis is loading up, hey Jarvis, it's good to see you. 12:23. Jarvis, stand by. That's this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jarvis. So we're gonna put Jarvis on standby. Hello, Jarvis. Jarvis, standby. Jarvis, go to sleep. I don't know all the commands for Jarvis just yet, but they're similar to those for Dragon dictation. But let's get to this right here if we could. I told the member of SATCOM, I said, people are going to see that $100,000 and they're going to click on this. And I said, I'm going to be one of those because I'm just going to click on the video because I needed to see when it was produced. And it turns out this gentleman produced this video yesterday and he had 8,000 views. Why? Because he put the dollar sign up there and he put the $100,000 to get people's attention. Ladies and gentlemen, he may or may not agree with me. What I will tell you is this is as simple as I can get it so that you can understand. Ladies and gentlemen, if it was possible for everybody to get a $100,000 visa, everybody would have one. That's including each of you. So do me a favor. Woo, doggy. Stop. Good afternoon, Jarvis. Ladies and gentlemen, never mind. I just want to make sure you all understand. If everybody could do it, then it wouldn't be new. It wouldn't be news. It wouldn't be interesting. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Without having watched this video, and ladies and gentlemen, I promise you I have not watched the video. I was only doing it as a demonstration because I needed to see how many views. But I did take a look at the comments. Uh-oh. One of those comments wasn't, Jarvis, shut up. Jarvis, shut up. Anyway, oh my God, yes, despite matters, or deposit matters, money rolling in show in bank is real business. My 900,000 K a year and needs credit. Probably not the Jarvis, I asked you how you were doing a long time ago. Anyway, probably not the wisest decision and definitely doesn't help the common man. In other words, I love this person because they brought it out quite clear that this does not help the common person. But he's going to get the views. Good afternoon, Jarvis. He's going to get the views that he was looking for. Amazing, ain't it? Because he just put it in the title. Well, your video, your title's not actually bad. That's why people complain about mine. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not doing this because I need you to watch my videos. I don't give a if you watch my videos. Hey, Jarvis, you're getting on my nerves now. You weren't supposed to be doing all this talking. Jarvis is a voice activated, but see, I don't, this is the old one, and I was trying to do the new one. So we're going to close this one out. Yeah, this is supposed to be links. So now I got to find links. So hold on. Let's see, where you at? There we go. See, links mark 2. It operates differently and it doesn't interrupt me as much. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand so that you get it. All of these videos are about people making money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Okay? That's all this stuff is about people trying to make money. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make money. It's not possible. The only thing you can go out there and do is try to acquire more credit. Well, there are ways for you to do that, and you don't have to get your so-called hustle on, play on word, okay? You don't have to try everything. Well, can you give us a no, I can't give you a suggestion on how you should be living your life. You have to figure that out. Well, then you can't sit up here and complain because we sit up here and watch all these other videos and then try all this other stuff. I'm not complaining. Thank you. You satellite number 89. Ladies and gentlemen, she's establishing a connection to satellite number 89. Okay, let's get back to this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go and watch those videos of other individuals who are not the gurus I talked about, I just want to show you. Uh-oh, wasn't trying to open that one up. I'm trying to open this one up. None of these people here are so-called gurus. None of these people are back in the day. None of them. None of these videos are from anybody whom we know has proven themselves with their information. Now, mind you, if I say something and I say a lot of stuff, man, you do talk a lot of Bandini. Bandini, yeah, the conversation I was having with the gentleman about this video, I brought up the issue about Bandini. He's like, what's that? I said, oh, Bandini is the word for fertilizer. Yeah, there's a company in California called Bandini. And so Bandini does fertilizer. So Bandini is the word for fertilizer. So you're full of Bandini. Anyway, well, fertilizer is another word for that other word that you saw in the comments there earlier. But again, none of these people are the so-called gurus. And if you look up any of those names that I mentioned earlier, for whom I have respect for each one of them, I don't care about all the negative things people have said about them. I actually respect them because they took the time to put the information out there. Sure, they accepted donations, they accepted money, they accepted bribes from people. And some of them went a little bit above and beyond what they were supposed to be doing. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not me. You see, I got in contact with most of the emails that I had from the people, and that's, oh, let me say this. If you were part of the original agreement, the agreement group, the mortgages that we were handling in 2012, you have been told to contact me. So you're going to have to go to the video that was done on the mortgage not too recently, and there'll be another one being done, and email me to remind me and send me a copy of our communication. Remind me of who you is, because I remember all of yous, Sue. And Robin, you weren't part of that group, but Robin, you need to call me. And Pastor Eddie, you're getting on my nerves, sending me emails, and I try to email you back, and none of your stupid emails work. Gonna sit up there and get mad at me talking about I ain't got back in touch with you, and none of your emails work. Keep getting mail delivery bouncing back to me because it is not a good email address. So you better leave me alone. So all of you who were part of that group, if you didn't receive an email from me over the last 3 days, you need to contact me so that I can add your name to that list for which we update you. Those of you who want to be a part of the Defrauded Homeowners of America lawsuit, or DOA, Defrauded Homeowners of America group, you will need to email me so that I can add your name to the suit. That's how it becomes a class action, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? If I already have your name, shut it up. That means I don't need it again. You're not to be emailing me individually, asking me questions. Not going to deal with that right now. I don't have the time. That's the reason why I'm doing this video right now. I have so much that I need to do, and it's overwhelming. So I decided to take the time to let you guys know how much of there's a song, and it's called Wildflower. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to actually pull up Wildflower. Hold on 1 second, okay? I just want y'all to listen to the words of this song. Some of y'all know this song. Gonna bring up the volume a little bit for the moment, okay? It's by a group called New Birth, but it's been done by so many groups. But it's called Wildflower. She's faced the hardest times you can imagine.
Loading
Many
intro.
times, her eyes fought back the tears. Lord, no. When her useful world was about to fall in, each time her slender shoulders, from the weight of all her fears,
Rendering main control
and the
center.
sign of no one hears, reigns in midnight silence in her ears. Let her cry because she's a lady. Ladies and gentlemen, like this young lady, my shoulders cannot hold the weight of this world. And although I hold the weight of the world on my shoulder, because many of you who know me have been depending on me to provide some sort of redress for you, some correction of the wrongs that's been going on. Well, handling and putting together that lawsuit took a lot of my energy. Putting together a group to run an organization like SATCOM, making sure that the members are trustworthy, making sure that if something were to happen to me, SATCOM would not crumble and disintegrate like the Legal Redress Commission did. That's what I had to make sure of. Making sure that none of you can accuse me of taking your funds and not doing what I promised. I promised the people that I was doing their bankruptcies. And look, I'm going to put it to you like this. We had one individual lose his house because he failed to file the paperwork that I asked him to do. That was back in August. No, not August. November of last year. I had come into the case late, but all he had to do was file one document and he didn't do it. And so he lost his home. But things worked out for him. But since that time, nobody else has lost their home. We have one person, they were supposed to file paperwork a certain way and they didn't do it. So their home got sold from underneath them. Now, this is out of 12 people, ladies and gentlemen. The home got sold from underneath him, and he's still not finished. I told him what his options are, and I told him how we're going to take care of those options. And now I give him my word. He's not paying me for this. I told you all at the very beginning, anybody, when I brought in those people with the mortgages and I told you that I would only handle a certain amount, I told them that I would be charging them for each set of motions that I do. And they can tell you to this day that I haven't done that. It took me 8 days to write up someone's appeal, and the only thing I did was charge them $500. Ladies and gentlemen, an appeal brief does not cost no 500 stupid dollars. And we're talking about almost 20,000 words. And all I can tell you is I brought up all the necessary things, plus certain other things that would help protect the person. Will we win the appeal? My hope is that I brought it up in such a way that the court will take on the issues, because we're bringing up some issues that have not been raised. They're going to try to avoid answering the whole thing, but nonetheless, it's the appeal that's keeping the properties from being foreclosed on. But I'm working on 4 different appeals right now. I finished that one. I finished another. Now I got 3 more that I have to do, plus another. And then I just got the paperwork that we're doing this appeal. Can't show you that one. We're doing that appeal from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay? I know. I'm going to put files in there, young lady. All right? Stop interrupting me. At least let me know you're interested. Say excuse me or something. Sorry. I'm training her. She just came onto the job and everything. But I'm doing too much at one time that I don't have any time to myself. And so I got these idiots. Yeah, I can call them idiots because I don't have the patience to be sitting up here being politically correct. I have these idiots who continue to email me asking questions when I tell them, okay, test them. When I tell them, I'm sorry, this is what I was looking for in the other. Come on, mouse. Come on, mouse. Come on, creep. She creeps. Come on now. Shut off. All right. Especially when I tell people that I don't have time to respond to their emails, respond to their questions. Thank you. Okay. She won't be interrupting anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, go for it. Just shut up. All right. I don't have time to answer emails. I don't have time to answer telephone calls. And I definitely don't have time to answer those stupid text messages. Stupid? Did you use the word stupid? Yes, I used the word stupid, and so get over it. Stupid is a word. Look at it in either the scriptures, which the scripture uses the word stupid so many times, including King Solomon as he described what a stupid person is, and the dictionary has the word stupid. So again, I don't have time to answer those stupid text messages, especially when the people texting me, asking me questions, I didn't give them permission to text me and ask me questions. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, and let's let this one be our guide. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way it works out. I call it the way it is. I say, don't text me, don't ask me questions, and the people continue to do what they're told not to do. It's called the Adam syndrome, because that's what Adam did. Adam was told not to do something. Did he not do exactly what he was told not to do? So it's the Adam syndrome. And we know most of you are stricken with that syndrome. So you suffer the consequences. Like that character yesterday, whom you saw the back and forth. when I did the video on how to become internet famous, part 2. Okay? You saw the back and forth. Once I respond to one of you, then you got more questions. That's why you don't get responses. Because I don't have time to be holding no conversation through no email or through no telephone. Because you want an understanding according to the way you think. I don't think like you, and so I cannot explain something so that you can understand it based on the way you think. And some of you just don't get that. You don't think the way I do, so when I do explain something, you need a more detailed explanation. Why? Because you don't think the way I do, and I don't have the time to be explaining things to you so that you can understand it. Do you get what I'm saying? You try to tell people no, and they've been taught do not accept no for an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to become internet famous, then leave me alone. Well, I'll leave you alone. I just won't watch any more of your videos. Thank you. Thank you. You're doing me a favor. You're not hurting me. I'm still going to produce the videos, whether you watch it or not. Let me explain to you how I got started doing a video. It's because I heard somebody say something that was incorrect and did not go into detail explaining to people where they got their information from. It wasn't incorrect. I correct myself. It was not incorrect. I believe it may have been Sam Jones was one of the individuals that I, came up behind and explained to people where he was getting the information from, because he was just explaining and not giving the details of where it comes from, the foundation. So I did a video explaining to people, no, this is where he's getting that from, this is where he's getting that from. And I was explaining the law. Okay, this was way back in 2011. And then I saw another set of videos, and then I saw a young man who I still have a lot of respect for. Never met him, but it was just something about this young man that he didn't know everything, but he was trying. He didn't understand legalese, but he was trying to explain it to the people. You guys know who I'm talking about. Mr. Ben Lowry. Okay? And when I did the videos, 1,200 views in a month's time, and then people were asking questions. So because so many people were asking the same question, I did another video explaining that, and then I did another video, and it became addictive to the point to where I have over 1,000 videos on the internet. So let me say this again. 1,000 videos never had anything to do with whether or not you watched it or not. I don't care if you watch it. I'm not here to get fans. I don't advertise. You don't hear me say, please subscribe, 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 please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. You don't hear me saying anything like that. Do you ever hear me say, subscribe to my stupid channel? No, because I'm not looking for more viewership. But then, since I helped to bring about SATCOM, because it wasn't just me, I had people working with me. I have to give them their credit, because they're in the trenches with me right now, the same as I'm in the trenches. They're with me. But ladies and gentlemen, get this. This is not SATCOM. This site has nothing to do with SATCOM. And my being on this site has nothing to do with SATCOM. So like that character, Laurie, if you want to know the truth, I don't respond to emails with SATCOM unless absolutely necessary, because I don't have the patience to cater to your needs, to your emotions, to your personality, to your wanting to feel special. Okay, so I stay completely away. It's an organization where I make it a point not to be involved in everything, because I'm not the head Negro in charge. The HNIC. You can call me Batman. Some of you are going to get what I just said. But that's not me. It's not supposed to be me. No organization I'll ever put together has a dictator. But nobody will come into SATCOM or any other organization and do what Ron did to the Legal Redress Commission. And remember, he did all of that while I was on vacation. And I'm still not finished with him, not yet. But that will not be done at SATCOM. So It's taken so long to put SATCOM together because I had to make sure that your interests are protected. Should we not be worried about your interests? You put your trust in us. You're sharing information with us. We have security measures in place where not all of your information is gathered and collected in one place and not everybody has access to your information. We did that because we're concerned about your security. We're concerned. We don't want to be Experian, storing everything on a centralized computer to where somebody can hack in and now they can steal millions of data bits of information. That's not the type of place this is. This is so compartmentalized that not one person has all information. This is designed on purpose that way. That's why it's taken so long, because we had to implement these policies and we have to put in fail-safe to protect you. Ladies and gentlemen, if only you guys knew what the end game was. And we can't tell it to you because we don't want nobody beating us to the punch or some government entity interfering with what we're trying to do. But we promised you we were going to secure your securities. You need to understand that there is a plan at work here. It has been from the very beginning. That this took a lot of thinking, a lot of planning. So those of you who have faith in a brother, have faith in a brother. Those of you who truly are my people.
Now, y'all know whom he's talking about, right? Y'all know who he means when he says his people. Don't let me have to explain it to you, because I have to explain it to you. You ain't one of them.
Okay, I had one person who told me, you know, you're my nigga. I said it. Yeah, I said the N-word. I said the nasty. That's the N-word, nasty. N-A-S-T-Y. Miss Janet, if you let see. I said the N-word. That person told me that. And so that's my people's. Not because he said that, but because he's proven to be loyal, proven to be a friend. Now, the rest of you, those of you who are new booties, who don't know who the EON is, Mr. Formerly Redress Right. Well, technically, I'm still Redress Right. I just don't use that title any longer. Okay, but that's still me, and I've not relinquished that to anyone and never will. Just that simple. It's just my name is EON. It's not a title. It's not a stage persona. It's not an avatar. My name is EON. Just that simple. So, what I say to you, I say to one, and I say to all, that I am not a crook. What I say to each one of you is this. I'm on a journey, and the journey I'm on leads only to one place, and it's not obscurity, it's not death. The journey I'm on leads to a finish line, or as close as one could possibly get to a finish line. I need you to go and pay attention. Individuals was talking about the age of majority, and then they stopped. And then when I started talking about the age of majority and showing people case law and showing people how to understand the law, all of a sudden everybody was doing videos on the age of majority again. But then somebody put out a video talking about some secret account and how to access the secret account, and all of you fools went buck wild trying to figure out how you can get into your secret account. And I got so many of you motherfuckers trying to write me and ask me how to access your secret account. Ladies and gentlemen, the account does exist. It's not secret. It never was secret. They already told you about the Social Security Trust Fund, and believe it or not, you also have a Treasury Trust Fund. You have an account with both entities. Both entities are banks, but you shouldn't be trying to access the account the way you guys are trying to access it. The Treasury already told you how to access the account. None of you are paying attention.
Well, I have paid attention. I got myself a Treasury account.
Well, it turns out that, ladies and gentlemen, you can only get the Treasury Direct account after you take care of certain things.
What I've already done is I got the authentication of my birth certificate.
Who told you to get an authenticated birth certificate? Where does it say in statute that you have to get an authenticated birth certificate? Now, go ahead and look at Minnesota, not court rule, but Minnesota statute 200 to 203, and you'll see that the birth certificate you have to memorialize. but nothing in there says that you have to get an authenticated memorializing of your birth certificate. Ain't nothing saying that. So where y'all getting? Oh, that's right, y'all listening to them people doing them videos. Now, see, the reason why I mentioned the old gurus, because we all have reputations. We've been around for a while. The other ones are just not there anymore because they've either walked away, stepped away, or were threatened by the powers that be to stay away. They threatened me. I was told to stop. Even while I was on vacation, they threatened me while on vacation, telling me to stop. Matter of fact, I can remember being placed in a nice little solitary room away from everybody because they didn't want us communicating. They didn't want me telling them what they should be saying and what they shouldn't be saying. I told you, I've been giving legal advice all this time. I had a judge tell me he would hold me in contempt if I continued to help people. To this day, I begged that judge to hold me in contempt. I said, let's go. Let's have our contempt hearing. I said, I would love to call forth witnesses. Ladies and gentlemen, never heard back from that idiot ever again. But he did get me vacationing someplace else because he wanted to make sure I did not interfere with what was going on because they had a court case that they wanted to go a certain way, and I was interfering with that, causing it not to go that way. They tried everything, telling everybody I was crazy. It's too late when I showed them the 1 psychiatrist, 2 psychiatrists, 3 psychiatrists, 4 psychiatrists, all the way up to 7. I said, these 7 different men say I'm not. And you got an attorney saying I am? Where's that attorney getting that information from? Because this is a matter of court record. That I ain't crazy. I promise you I ain't crazy. Okay? That's the dues that I'm willing to pay. And I'm still going to pay some more because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep talking, keep giving people information, keep letting you know. Some of you didn't pay attention to me. I gave you the number one thing you should be doing. Resign as registered agents for the agency. You have to. Then after you resign as registered agents for the agency, you also have to do notice of change of address. Each one of you, not just the people we're working with, but all of you have to do notice of change of address. You have to send that to the Secretary of State. I would also suggest you send it to the Vital Records Department. And if you have a post office box, I would send a notice of change in terms of condition to the post office, letting them know that you are no longer the registered agent and will not authorize anyone else being your registered agent, because if you have a post office box, you give the post office the power of attorney to sit up there and receive, service, a process of documents for you. You don't want to be the registered agent, because once you become the registered agent, you become bound by the statutes and laws were applicable to registered agents. That's how they give you traffic tickets, because you become the registered agent when you get a driver's license. So please, people, what I'm going to suggest, some of you understand the amount of information you get on this site and you understand its value. So I tell you what I will do, and I'm only going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. Those of you who are watching this video, I am going to go and I'm going to leave the comments open on this video. Okay? If you comment on anything other than what you suggest should be covered to further explain something that I've talked about, then your comment will be deleted. If I get too many of the ignorant comments, the people who can't control their stupidity, that's right, I said it, then I will block the commenting. We're going to try it just on this video right here. Going to allow y'all to comment, because y'all going to tell me, well, can you talk about this? And just leave it at that. Do not sit up here and tell me how you want me to talk about it, because you don't get to control me. So those of you who need further clarification, now I want you to understand, if I do a video on something, I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm not going to spill all the beans. The reason why I don't spill all the beans is because, well, like I said, too many of y'all watch a video after 5 minutes and you're taking off running, thinking you're going someplace. The only place you ended up going to is jail, because that's what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, quite a few of you I've talked to in the past. We've had some conversations. What I do not want, and this is a separate conversation from that, because I want to say I still appreciate you. What I do not want from the rest of you is to think that by me leaving the comments under this video, thinking that I'm going to leave it open underneath the other videos. And the first idiot, and somebody's going to do it, so I have to say it, the first idiot who leaves a comment about the way the video was done or anything other than what I suggested should be left, then there will be no more comments under this video. And when you see that there are no more comments being allowed and all the comments are blocked and nobody can read anything, you'll know because somebody sat up there and decided to piss me off by doing what they were told not to do. Somebody decided to do a Carol and a Lori. And then I will show you the idiot's comment. That's right. I will show you their comment, letting you know that's why I turned it off. You see, they won't be able to do it in secret. Okay, and then the rest of you guys can, look at their little name, hashtag, or whatever it is, and you can end up doing the research, the correct research, and finding out their email address and getting back in contact with them. Okay, and letting them know how you feel. So we're going to try that little test for now. And on the slide note, I do have too many things going on that are overwhelming me. I have so many courts that I'm dealing with, and all of this takes mental processing time, which means that it is very, very, very exhausting. So, no, I don't want to respond to your emails. No, I don't really respond. I'm not going to respond to your comments, so please understand that. And no, I'm not here to, I want to hold your hand. I don't want to hold your hand. I am not one of the Beatles. I don't want to be one of the Beatles. I am not here to cater to your needs. I've never been a caterer, although I've known some caterers. I've never been a caterer and never will be a caterer. Okay? Have a good day.